Hi friends, welcome to Uniquely Vintage You. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my china cabinet and my buffet. I love decorating those two places so much. I can't wait to share with you how I've incorporated my spring in those areas. But yes, I am wearing the same clothes, so I hope you'll understand. I'm going to tell you I will be wearing the same clothes in the next spring video as well, because I had some time off and I was really hoping to get my videos taped back to back so that I could have a little bit of more free time, because as you'll know, I work full time, and so I just have to take advantage of every opportunity that I have. So yes, you'll see me again wearing the same thing. I'm doing this all on one day, folks. This is just real life right here. I could probably go change, but it's just so cold here and I just feel cozy. So I'm gonna keep this on, but I hope you guys will understand when you see me looking the same in 3 videos. But let's get started. I can't wait to share that area with you. I hope you like it as much as I do. Friends, let's get started right over here on my china cabinet. Now, this is a fun area to decorate. I kind of keep a lot of this the same right here, but I'm just going to build up on top of that. So if you didn't know, I mean, I live in a really small home, which I'm sure you can tell by my videos, but it's a farmhouse. It's over 100 years old and I love it, but it is very small. And so I have to keep my collections out most of the time when it comes to my white dishes. But some things just work really well in certain areas, and so I just try to leave those in place and kind of decorate around that. So that's what I'm kind of doing right here. I do have these adorable bunny egg cups. Those came from Target a couple of years ago. I haven't really seen those this year, but I've only been to Target once because, you know, I don't have a Target that's just super close, so it's hard for me to get over there. But this is a piece that I thrifted. I was so excited about that. I thought that was so cute. And then this right here is just an old cedar chest little box. I don't know if it was just a model of what one looked like, but it's just sweet, and so it makes a perfect riser. So I'm just going to layer in these bunnies and just kind of show you what all this is looking like. Now I'm also going to share with you, I talk about paper shred all the time, and I'm just going to share with you how I do it. I just take a page out of a book, cut it with some pinking shears, and that gives me this paper shred that I use all over my home, and I just adore using it. And if it's, once you cut it, if you'll put it in a bowl and kind of scrunch it with your fingers, it just makes it, gives it a little more movement, and I think it's just super pretty. And I'm just going to stop right here because, friends, you know, I have just the most amazing friends on this channel, and I've got the most amazing friends that are YouTube creators. So I just want to give a shout out to one of my dear friends on here. Her name is Susan over at the Old So and So. So friends, if you don't know Susan, you need to run to her channel. You need to subscribe, because I promise you she entertains you, and above all, she loves to decorate, and she decorates like none other. Her style is vintage and primitive, and it is absolutely to die for. So I'm going to leave a link in the description for her, but go over and check out Susan over at the Old So and So. I know you guys will love her as much as I do. And Susan, thank you, friend. You are so gracious and sweet to me, and we just adore you over here. Okay, now that I got all my pieces pretty much set where I want them, I'm just going to add some eggs. And I'm just using more of these neutral lighter colors, and so that's the eggs I have on hand, so that's what I'm going to use. So, but this vignette would be so pretty even if you had a few more brighter colors, and you could really pull in those looks and vibes of spring. This is what I have on hand, so this is what I'm using, because, like, you know, I'm trying to decorate this all one evening, and guys, I'm just having so much fun. I don't know about you, but I love to change things out for the seasons. It's just so fun to see what you can create, and it's just one of my most favorite things to do, and I'm so honored that you guys let me share my home with you here on YouTube. Okay, so now that we got that little cabinet, let's move to the top of the china cabinet. So I'm just going to pull out my vintage gold mirror, which I love to style this. I use it everywhere in my home. Here's another one of those moss pads. I got this at Michael's a few years ago, but oh, they're so fun to style with. And so now I'm going to pull out my old wheelbarrow, and again, these are things I've had forever. But I just put some paper shred, some packing material in the bottom, and then I just filled it with some eggs. And so my intent is to add a bunny right there. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. But I got 2 bunnies from Target a couple of years ago, and those are the ones I'm going to style inside of this. So let me share with you how this is going to come together. So I've stood him up in this little wheelbarrow, and it just looks he's sitting on this piece of grass. Looks like he's fixing to, go ahead and distribute all of his Easter eggs. I just think that is so sweet. I'm just loving the look of this. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the other white bunny to the bottom. And he is just as precious, and so he's going to sit right down here beside his friend. So to complete this look, I'm just adding in these little moss stones, and I love these too. And again, I got these, I'm not sure where I got these, but I will have them linked in my Amazon storefront for you guys if you want to check them out. But friends, I just love this. I think this is just so sweet. I kind of do have this wheelbarrow tilted a little bit. I've got one of those little moss stones kind of propped underneath it so it would set the way I wanted. But I just love how it turned out. I'm going to add my vintage oil lamp to one side, and then I've got this beautiful flower doorstop. It screams spring, and I'm going to add it right here. And so see, since this is here, I could really pull in more pink eggs and a little bit brighter colors. And I might see if I can find some just to add a little pop of color through there. But so far, I really love how this turned out. You guys will have to tell me what you think. Okay, now moving over to the Hoosier. This is where I house a lot of my white pottery. Again, I just love white pottery. I love to collect it, and to me, you can't have enough. There's always a place to find to put it, or that's my philosophy when I find something that I absolutely love. I love to collect platters. I love to collect oval dishes. I love dinerware. I love soup tureens, creamers, pitchers. It's all of it I love. So this is just a display of kind of what I have going on. This is kind of what it looks like right now. Again, I'm not going to rearrange all of this. I'm just going to add to it. And that's a great tip. Sometimes you don't have to completely rearrange everything, but you can kind of just build upon what you already have. So friends, let's do that. Now I've got this vase, and I'm going to try to make like a riser out of it. I've got this marble piece right here. I'm going to sit it on top, and then look, all of a sudden I have this riser or cake stand, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to use it as a riser, and I think this is going to be perfect over here in this little corner. I love this so much. So to add to that, well, before we start adding to it, let me just share with you, I love to collect rose point dishes, pottery. So I've got a stack. I'm going to just scoot them in here. I'm going to add this sweet little creamer in there and see how that looks. I've got these little bowls. It's all about layering. You know, I just love layering in as much as I can, and I don't think I'm taken away from what I have. The way I view it is it's just so much for my eyes to just see, and I love having it all out there so I can see it. Even if I can't see it all, I know what it is, and so that brings me joy and happiness. I always say decorate in a way that brings you joy. But look at this gorgeous green transfer plate. I only found one. I found this thrifting, I think last year. I love it so much. So I'm just going to add it to the top of this marble tray, or the top of this marble piece. And then to that, I've got this gorgeous ironstone pitcher. This is something new. And to that, and you can see a lot of times I will fill those inside with stuff. This has just got some bubble wrap, but now I'm going to add some greenery, and then I'm going to tuck into that some baby's breath. Now friends, this baby breath was from Michael's, because when I went to get some, Hobby Lobby's was not on sale, so I just went to Michael's. But I just took those green leaves off because I didn't think they worked with the baby's breath, in my opinion. So here's the greenery I'm going to tuck in, and then I'm just going to add these really pretty baby breath stems. And you'll see that just doesn't seem to go, in my opinion. So let's take those leaves off and then stick the baby's breath inside. Now I get to add in my chocolate bunnies. I'm always on the hunt for some, and I didn't get any this year, but if I find one I love, I will definitely add it to my collection. I think my favorite one of all are the ones that is this one. This looks so real to me. This came from Walmart a couple of years ago for 98 cents. I know they have a different version of it this year, but it's just not at my store. I have seen it online, but I would love to have that one as well. These came from Hobby Lobby, many years ago. And again, I just tied some seam binding around their necks. I just think those are really cute. And then, of course, my most favorite one of all is not this one. He's cute too, but I love this little one that I got thrifting one day. It just looks so realistic to me. It's this guy right here. Isn't he amazing? Oh, I love him. So I'm just going to add him over here by this picture, and I just think he is just so precious. Y'all will have to let me know if you collect chocolate bunnies like I do. But as you can see, I've just gathered up a few things that I'm going to just tuck into this display. I've got some bird nest, some eggs, a little piece of greenery, and of course this burlap string. Burlap string and paper shred is my favorite things, if you guys have not noticed. But I just love the texture that it adds to almost anything. But let's just tuck in this sweet little nest. And of course, I like the string hanging over. To me, that just makes that look so much better. I'm going to add a little bit more over here to this other creamer. And I just see what kind of dimension it just brings. I don't know. I think it just draws your eye into that display. But I just love how this is coming together. I love all these colors. And so I'm just going to keep building upon this. Again, these are those Jello molds, and they're so fun. And you can usually find these very inexpensive. So if you're out looking, look for those, because I think they're just so sweet and so fun to use in your displays. Okay, now I'm going to just pull out these ironstone platters. Oh, I love these. I love these so much. But I've got them right here, and so I'm going to build on top of this. I don't know if this is the best idea I've ever had, but I'm going to stabilize this in the end, so you guys might freak out. But don't freak out because I'll make it work. But I love these oval dishes, and I love these oval platters. So I'm just going to kind of layer in some that I have. And so let's see how this works. So it's all working until I decide to add this little container full of buttons, and you can see it's not real sturdy. But I do remedy that later. I don't show it in the video, but sometimes you just have to tuck things around the bottom so that it won't tilt like it is, because it is tilting a little bit, and I definitely do not want to break anything else. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm ready for that to be done and over with. So I'm just going to tuck in some of these little moss stones to kind of pull in this green color. And here are the other butter pats that I bought. There were 6 that I purchased, and every one of them has this gorgeous ironstone stamp on there. So I'm going to proudly display this so that you can see it. I just think they're so beautiful. They were such a great find, and again, I was just so blessed to be able to find them. So let's just display this in this dish. And again, I will make this sturdy so it doesn't move around. But for now, this is what it's kind of going to look like. Aren't those butter pats just so pretty? Now the extra eggs I had, I just put in a little container that I had with some, of course, of that paper shred. And then I am going to add this other boxwood wreath. Again, this is a set of 3 that I got from Decor Steals. I will have these also linked in my Amazon storefront for you guys if you want to check them out. I love displaying with these. I use them all the time, and I just think they are the prettiest color of green. So friends, here is my Hoosier cabinet. I just absolutely love it, because if you love white dishes like I do, I just think you can't ever have enough. And so again, it's filled really full, but friends, that's what brings me joy. Always decorate in a way that brings you joy and makes your heart happy. But thank you so much for being here. We are just so blessed and honored to have you all here. I can't thank y'all for subscribing to be a part of our channel. Thank you for watching to the end. Thank you for sharing our video. Friends, we are so blessed and honored to have you be a part of our lives, and I appreciate every comment. I appreciate your time. And friends, before we go, I just want to leave you with this beautiful Bible verse. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future. Friends, God has the perfect plan for your life. So if you're going through good times or bad, you can always count on the Lord, because He has great plans and a great future for you. So friends, don't give up, persevere, know that God is there and He is taking care of every situation for you. Friends, we love you and we appreciate you, and we can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye guys.